Here we are. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop these here. There we go. Back off. Load. And transport position. And I'll unload that one there. Okay. I guess we can... I'll back that off a bit. We'll grab the broom and do the brooming. Really nice mod this, because you can just keep the broom where it needs to be. Sweeps directly into the feed trough. Okay, load round bales. Boop. Transporting position, let's go drive. So somewhere over here, there's a gate. Again. In the dark, gate, high gate. Gate, jump back in there. So that's... These sheep are almost filled. Cleanliness will take a while to reset. Sugar beets, they need 200. And they're not a big deal. Or they have 200 litres, but they don't eat a lot of it. We can worry about that first thing in the morning when we're doing everything else. Straight up the hill. The amusing thing is my vehicle loadout says I'm carrying one square bale, and it doesn't look very square to me. Alrighty. The water, and we've got a bale of something. Drop that off. Doink. Load round bales not in stack. There is another button that allows me to change whether it's round or square, but well, whatever. I think that's a grass bale. It might be that they're full. It's grass silage. Yeah, they're full for grass, so that's fine. I just thought I might need to nudge it, because sometimes if you just leave something lying there, it forgets it's there. Unless you move it, and it kind of reminds the game, oh yeah, there's stuff there, I need to, oh look, the feed trough's empty, I'll just partially fill it. But for some reason this feed trough and the grass in the field doesn't work, which is why I'm having to leave a grass bale there. And that grass bale was an accident again. Last thing I'd mowed was grass, and we went and cut the wheat, and the first bale out was obviously a grass bale, in spite of the fact there was only about 50 litres of grass in the baler. So, yeah, okay. We can run this into the yard. And I will put, okay, fold telehandler tool. There we go, unfolded. this over against the wall. And then since, as we said, in the morning I'm going to need to sugar beets for the sheep, we're going to want the pallet fork for that, which quite conveniently is right there. And we should be good. Lights off, engine off, help desk off. So, jump out. Did we? Oh. Let's get paid. We did work. We need to get paid. So, there's a harvesting contract in 42, which is canola, no straw. There's a harvesting contract in 35, which is spelt. Could very well be straw. There's transporting, there's sowing, there's fertilizing. There's harvesting in 47, which is also spelt. So yeah, concern here is we're now starting to get fertilizer contract on some of these. Triticale hilltop stores, and that's a good price. Sowing contract, that's 20,000. So yeah, we could do one of those possibly. Try and avoid delivering to hilltop stores because we can't use the semi truck for that. Hi dog. Have some biscuits. Okay. So let's go find a bed. It's coming up on 10. Now there could be some new contracts tomorrow. Some of the ones that exist may end up getting done. So 10 o'clock, if I want to wing out 10 hours. 10, sleep. And it's morning time. There we go. 7:45. A lot of the time I will jump out into a vehicle rather than walking around. Okay, so morning time at the farm. Sheep. Sheep definitely need sugar beets. Okay, we'll deal with that. They need half a clover silage. We can leave the clover silage and clover hay till later in the day. That'll be just before just before nightfall jobs. Meanwhile, our fields, I think we can see all of them there. Oops, back one. So that's our sugar beets, they're fine. That field I'm going to have to cultivate. I can't plant it until tomorrow, so nothing happening there. These 3 fields are going to need harvesting sometime soon. Clover fields are not ready, but I do assume I'm getting another cut of clover later this year, so I don't know when that's going to happen. What about grass? Didn't check the grass. Our grass fields are 3 and 9. This field I use to supplement the sheep with grass normally, with using the loading wagon. But we could cut the grass now. If we did that now, we would get another grass cut later in the year. So that's an option. As we are last day of summer, last day of summer. Meanwhile, so there's this baling contract for 20. There's a harvesting contract for 19 to Willowbrook Store, which I think's the main one. Field 35 is good grief. that one there. I'm not actually opposed to doing that one. That's kind of convenient for the sell point. There is, I believe, there's a straw sell point right down here. I think there's a sell point right there, so I can sell the bales right there. Willowbrook Stores is over here. So it's a bit of a trek out with the carts, but not too bad. And it pays okay. So I think we're going to do that one. And again, yeah, we might. I'm not sure that spelt is a hay producing crop, although it is. It's a cereal. So it's not entirely unexpected for it to be. So let's move that out. Oh, hang on. Yeah. Back in. Yeah. Okay, so we've got fuel and maintenance on that is fine. Maintenance on the truck is extremely fine. Fuel is good. So I think I'll just take these two down now. Go on. I'll check it later, but I don't know when the best price for spelt is. I'm assuming, like all the other cereal crops, we'll be selling our stocks of it in what I like to call December, first couple of days of winter. Now also, this field is smaller, shipping distance is shorter as well. So we should get this done, and we might have enough time to cut our grass fields this evening or later in the day. Our crops are actually damp right now. Ooh, that's, well, it's going to take a while for the crop to dry out. So we've got time to stage everything over to the main field. I can't cut the grass at the moment because obviously that's a thing. But we do have the challengers not doing anything. So I could cut the grass with that. I think you can cut grass while it's damp. It's crops that you can't cut. Okay, here we are. And I don't need dry grass, I'm just going to bale it and wrap it. So we'll run the grain carts up here. I'll bring the harvester up. But what else do we have? We have the baler and we have the bale pickup. So I think maybe what I'll do is I can run the Challenger with the mowers. That's field 32, 35 is the other side of it. So long as the baler, the bale collection wagon, I just need a wrapper to be run. I could do that with the Valtra. Okay, where can we park? Yeah. Well, looks like there's a lay-by at the end here, so that's good. In this front of this dude, so that's actually his driveway. Probably best not to park on his driveway. He might want to go out. drive along here. Okay, truck's in. Good. Okay, so that's our carting equipment. I want the harvester over there. That takes a while, so we'll drive this down. But the rest of the stuff, I think, we'll leave as is. And my grass is not used for anything except making silage and selling, in order to make digestate, in order to put on the fields to improve the crop yield. So clover is, I can't even say clover is exclusively used for sheep. Clover is primarily used for sheep food, so hay and clover silage. However, if there's what I deem to be sufficient excess, I will ship the excess down to the BGA and sell that too. So it's not so much, it can generate me direct income, but that's not the primary purpose. The primary purpose is to keep the sheep alive and then to worry about, let's make some more income, let's make some more digestate. Because on this map, the sheep don't create manure. Even, I know some of the farming agency maps, the sheep will create manure. This map, they don't. So it's not something I need to concern myself with. So of course they don't use straw, so we're just selling off that. Oh, poo. That was bad. Just saw that truck through the trees. And there's a car. And now we're up in the car. That's also not a good plan. Don't come forward. Okay. The risks of driving out of cab. Oh, gee. There we go. In Farm Sim. Now, for things like American Truck and European Truck simulators, I cannot drive out of cab. It doesn't feel right. I end up just wiggling all over the road, and I seem to have lost my header. Well, that's a problem. Okay, well, let's park this here. But in Farm Sim, I tend to find, especially with doing things like harvesting and what have you, it's kind of easier to drive out of the cab than in the cab. I hope this header is not in a place I can't get to. Well, the traffic's definitely cleared it, so now I've got to find it. I can see a little yellow dot in the road. And I don't expect any oncoming traffic because of that. There it is. Now, which way round is it? Oh, it's upside down. Good. Oh, I didn't empty the wheat. Yeah. Okay, we'll just drive through this stuff, because why not? And figure out... Oh, the traffic's now behind us. I'm not sure I can make it through these trees with the harvester. I think we really messed this up. That's not where we want to come through. I think that's where we want to come through. If this doesn't work, I'm going to have to reset it back to the yard, which I'd kind of like to avoid doing. There. Well, that's a start. Now, do not. No, 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 no. You pain in the butt. Get out of the way. Now, emerge from the trees and come on. You can do it. And of course, cars. Yay, cars. Oh, you have got to be kidding me, you piece of crap. Let me just drive over you. And, oh, you pain in the butt. Come on, off you go. Get out the way. Thank you. Yes. Press the right button and don't know where I'm going to put this, but let's try and get out of the way of those guys. Well, that was fun. Could have done without that. We're going to have to drive into the field on the right left or something. Just scratch the roof of that car. Yay. Okay. We are out of there. Any more traffic to contend with? No, just street signs, which could also be a problem. Breathe in. No. Seriously. Well, maybe. No, go away, car. Do not come here. Raise the thing, scratch his roof, drive over his car, and another car. Okay, this one we can negotiate properly. Guy behind us, just going to have to live with it. And there's a fence post in the hedge. Shut up. Okay, how real are these street signs? Not good. Bad. Ugh. That's real as well. Come on, you can do it. Yay. Now. Well, that burnt off a few minutes of game time. But stick that on the back of there. What's the button to do that? There we go. So I have 744 litres of wheat in the back of the harvester that I should have unloaded. I could unload it into the truck and do some stuff with the truck because that does run faster. Well, it wouldn't be a Saturday stream without some driving calamities. And we're sure racking them up. Now, potato harvesting equipment is not going to cost us much. So I'm basically, for a field purchase, I'm looking for something without a crop in it. It could have a crop in it, but really, I'm not looking for a field to be immediately income producing. But I'm not going to turn it down if it happens. What I don't want to do is to buy a field that has already been planted for this year, for next year. That's not something I want. So that all these fields along here that currently have harvest ready crops, I can harvest them, but I would want to buy them before the owner does anything that would put more crop in. Because I want to control what crops I'm growing. I don't want... I don't want someone else's crop in the field. If I have to harvest it, I have to harvest it. That's not as bad a concern as if it's already got a crop in, then it's kind of a waste. Because in all likelihood, I'm probably going to want to plough that crop under and plant my own crop, because I have my own plans. And currently, I'm looking for a field to put potatoes in and a field to put sugar beets in. Because that's our thing. Very carefully not to crush the crop. Yay. And dislodge the trailer into the road, probably. Very careful not to crush the crop. Although it's a contract field, it's not really a crop I can damage. So, well, one thing I have... Whoa, no, stop. Pull the pipe in. Drive past the tractor, up to the truck. Unload the wheat into the truck. Now this is 700 litres. Seriously, it's not much in the grand scheme of things. But since the crop's dried out, I kind of don't have to worry about cutting my grass. Although, as I said, I do want to get the grass cut before the end of today. Now, I'm going to stop there. This field is 29 acres. The last field was 70.